Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
As an engineer, I absolutely love biochemical engineering. I spent 3 summers back in undergrad just being a research fellow trying to figure out which one particular subfield I can do my PhD in. It was absolutely competitive. And it's more than competitive, I think it was very humbling. Because you realize, also inspiring, because you hear these stories of people who fought so hard in life, have had their own share of troubles, and yet have made it to a place.
Okay, so hi guys, welcome to the Real Humans of B School. Today we are in conversation with Swati, who is from IIM Bangalore. And guys, you're gonna have a lovely ride. It's an interesting story. IIM Bangalore was never her dream, but still she made it up there. So what was your plan after IIT Delhi, Swati? What had you really thought about?
Okay, so let me start with a bit of a context. I was in love with my field. As an engineer, I absolutely love biochemical engineering. I spent 3 summers back in undergrad just being a research fellow trying to figure out which one particular subfield I can do my PhD in. To the extent that I didn't even sit for placements at IIT Delhi. I don't know in hindsight if that was a good decision or a bad decision. But I was like, no. I want my PhD applications to be on spot, and this is what I want to do. And I want to be a researcher. I want to be a part of the larger healthcare fabric in the world. I want to, contribute in that space.
Correct.
Ultimately, that didn't happen. It was very crushing because I was very choosy and I applied to these places that didn't take me because of lack of experience, or I don't know, something. And then in the background, I gave CAT. And again, like you said, it's like many people give CAT like this, right? Like they just give it because it's something that's very accessible, and you think that okay, it's a low loss situation, so why not? I didn't think too much about it because I was, again, in my mind, I was caught up with my PhD applications, and all this while I was thinking, I was completely in that zone where I had to apply for a doctoral position, right? It wasn't until I got a call and I didn't make it to these MITs and Stanfords for a PhD, that I was like, okay, now I'm stuck. What now?
Wow.
So I was like, okay, now let's just it doesn't matter. This is what it is. Isse karna hai, jo bhi karna hai.
You didn't prepare at all for CAT. You went in there with no idea of the paper just because your dad asked you to go and write. And what was your CAT percentile?
It was 99.43. It wasn't great. But
that's amazing. So guys who are listening to us, sometimes luck just goes into your favor. If you're born smart, you just are gonna do it, all right? But I'm sure not everyone's
I'm not even born smart. I think it was a lot of, because we screw up a lot of things in the paper because we're very nervous. And that wasn't playing in my head at all.
like you said, it's no loss. Just go write it.
Exactly. Just go write it. So I think that worked in my favor because I wasn't stressed out. Because a lot of times we're just, just being stressed out.
Yes.
Causes you to make so many mistakes. And this I learned from JEE, writing JEE, that just being stressed out is so much pressure. And
I'm sure JEE would have also been a lot of pressure, and you went to IIT Delhi, which is like one of the topmost to get in. Even that must have been a little challenging at that point.
It was. JEE is like an endeavor. It's like an endurance.
So then, how was life at IIM Bangalore like? Like, since you didn't have anything which was like a dream, this is what you expect. Because you're all with a bunch of all 99 percentiles out there. Everybody is aced there, and it's going to be pretty competitive out there now.
Yeah, it was absolutely competitive. And it's more than competitive, I think it was very humbling. Because you realize, also inspiring, because you hear these stories of people who fought so hard in life, have had their own share of troubles, and yet have made it to a place that they feel very proud about. And slowly that grows on you, that you're probably just taking something for granted, and then that you shouldn't.
Yes.
And so for me, especially as a fresher, and so most of the people either had work ex, or they come with past stories that you can learn from, you can feel inspired by, and that was the best part when I got it there. I realized that there's just so much out there to be absorbed, and IIT was like relatively a more protected shell. People were more carefree, they were more lackadaisical. It was like fine for 5 years in a very protected environment. And then you realize, oh, the world out there is not like that, and people have had their share of struggles to make it work. So you start feeling that okay,
Very
there's
true.
certain
I think,
sense of responsibility that you need to have.
IIT 4 years, I'm sure you must have had a lot more fun. You are enjoying. There's everything that you do doesn't have a consequence. Here, when you come to the B
Absolutely.
school, you realize that okay, everything I'm gonna do is going to incorporate a lot of other group people with me, and all of those things. So, did you ever feel that it's not good for a fresher to come in out here, or it's okay for a fresher as long as you're up to take up the challenge and responsibilities?
So all the freshers that I met were absolutely brilliant. All of them were amazing. They were very good at what they did and how they felt about things and everything. And they were also very strongly opinionated because they come from these institutes, being the institute rank one.
Yeah.
And so all of us used to think, oh, हमें तो पता है, हमें तो सब पता है. But that's also not the case. And as a fresher, so there are two aspects to this. As a fresher, because I get this question a lot of times, that Swati, would it have been better if you had like 1 or 2 years of ethics and then you went to an
Correct.
There are pros and cons to both. So if you're a fresher, it's easy to get overwhelmed because all of a sudden, the system is Nazi and you have like 10x the work pressure. But also you have so much to learn. The delta that you
Yes.
learn is way higher.
After that, I mean, you're a fresher who got in, and then you interned with McKinsey, which is again like a dream for everybody. I'm sure you had to work towards it, and finally making that into a PPO. So, what do you
Yeah.
think were the things that worked in your favor to get you McKinsey and back the PPO?
Yeah, right. So a couple of things here. Let me also give a little bit of context now. So I was I interviewed with McKinsey in my undergrad.
Okay.
Like before I joined IIM. So it had like a little soft place in my heart. And at that time, because I didn't do my case interview prep and everything, because like I told you, I didn't sit for
Placement. Yeah.
placements, right? Yeah. So I didn't do that. I just applied to McKinsey but because in my mind I was like, oh, it's this great organization. But I eventually bombed that part around because there were so many things that I didn't understand at that point in time.
Okay.
Lack of preparation and lack of exposure. A lot of seniors from IIT and IIM Bangalore who were in McKinsey that helped me out. Without their help, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it. Right?
Wow.
And so that was the first thing. I'm very, very grateful for having that support from my alumni who instill this confidence. Then
Correct.
it will happen, Swati. It will happen. So that was the first thing that
Nice.
fueled me completely to team at that. That when I was going into that interview, I was like, "This is it. This is the opportunity. I have to crack this."
I think that
wasn't
support
thinking about
always
anything else.
makes it really easy that you have so many people guiding you and supporting you. You feel more
Absolutely.
confident that I have the resources at least to know better right now.
Exactly. So I thought I had all the resources that I could need, and now I cannot fuck it up because I have with me the support of so many people, the good of so many people.
Yeah.
And I have to do this. I've done it once. I didn't do it. Never mind. Failure is all right. I learned so much from it. But this time I will make it right. And that's
Yeah.
what really drove me to, give my best at that interview. And when I went there, I think it was something. I had a great day. I had an absolutely fantastic team. They used
Okay.
to support me so much. They used to think they gave me like independent work streams. My manager was super supportive. He used to never say, okay, Swati, you can't do this. No, we're just an intern. He used to always say, Swati, try this out. This is your summer intern.
Wow.
You should have all the fun that you can. And please drive all initiatives that you want to drive at your personal level. Here's the client. Please talk to him. And he gave me all the liberty that any associate would have been given, with, of course, certain boundaries that I
Yes.
had to be in. But apart from that, I think it was that opportunity that was given to me, which
Correct.
made me perform well. Third thing, I would say, if someone's looking at tips and tricks to crack a PPO, is to form like personal, meaningful relationships. Because everyone who comes into an assisting like a top tier B school or consulting firms like McKinsey and so on, everybody has caliber, a lot of caliber.
Yes.
What really I think worked for me was I could, connect at a personal level with my team, could engage them in meaningful conversations. So So they, they never felt like, oh, see, she's not a part of the team. She's just an intern. She's just kept it to her hands. And I was extremely touched that they used to always thinking how to make this happen for Swati.
Yeah.
Let's think about how we can make her convert this baby of her. Right?
That's
And,
very important.
Extremely heartwarming. Then I got like a farewell card.
It's been really lovely to hear, Swati, the entire journey that you mentioned and the things which you spoke about, like how to get into McKinsey and all of them. So thank you so much for your time. It was just amazing to hear you out.
Thank you, Anisha. It was so great.